Hello everyone, in this series we are answering the most popular technical interview questions for programming jobs. In this particular video we are going to answer 10 most popular questions that are asked for junior engineer positions. Those questions are checking how deep you know the web development. If you are preparing for technical interview, I encourage you to check out previous video that covers junior developer questions. Those ones are checking more practical knowledge. You will probably run into mix of both. All questions in this series are divided into 5 difficulty levels that I named by job titles, mostly for fun. It doesn't mean that question with difficulty level of engineer will not be asked to junior developer job applicant. There are also 5 categories. You will be able to see them on the left side of the screen alongside with popularity of the question. If you are about to be interviewed, pause the video before I answer and try to answer it yourself. Question number 1. What is the number problem in JavaScript? And this question comes in all shapes and colors. I would say it's really popular. I got it in form of what is number in precision in JavaScript as well, or I have been given this kind of expression and the question was, what is the value of my bool? So pause the video now and think about your own answer. So the number type in JavaScript is actually a binary 64-bit floating point format, and decimals cannot be precisely represented in that format. So to fix this problem we can use toFixed method. Quick example, if I do 0.1 plus 0.2 double equals 0.3, I'm gonna get false. But if I save it to variable, like this, we can do sum to fixed 1 double equals 0.3 and we're getting true. Question number 2. What is the difference between normal function and arrow function? So pause the video now and try to come up with your own answer. So I wrote down 5 differences. First of all, different syntax. Second of all, arrow functions cannot be a constructor. Arrow function doesn't allow duplicating parameters. Difference number 4 is arguments binding, and the last one, use of this keyword. Let me explain those last 2 differences. So if I write regular function and I give 3 arguments, we have access to arguments keyword, okay? Now let's see, regular f, and let's say raptor 3 and false. Okay. We're getting back the arguments. If I do the same for the arrow function, now rf and we put Merlin 5 and 2, for example, we're getting an error. So I have a human object with introduce arrow function and introduce regular. They're exactly the same, but arrow function doesn't have its own this keyword. So let's see what happens. Arrow, there is a name missing. If I do through this regular. We have access to this dot name here. Question number 3. What are the content delivery networks or content distribution networks? So pause the video now and try to come up with your own answer. It is a group of geographically distributed and interconnected servers. They provide cached internet content from a network location closest to a user to speed up its delivery. Fun fact is, when I was asked this for the first time, I answered like, well, when I want to use Bootstrap, I go to cdn.js and I select the library that is Bootstrap, and then there I have a link. I copy that and I go to my index.html, I paste it in, and now my website is gonna load faster than if I would put entire Bootstrap in my own CSS file. Although I do not recommend to answer like this. They seem to like the answer and I actually got the job offer from them. So sometimes if you don't know the definition but you know how to use something, it's better to let them know about it, even if you don't understand it in depth. Question number 4. What means cascading style sheets? What this keyword cascading means in CSS? So pause the video now and try to answer it yourself. So cascading in CSS refers to the fact that styling rules cascade down from several sources. This means that CSS has inherent hierarchy and styles of a higher precedence will override rules of a lower precedence. So in first comes browser defaults, then they are overridden by external style sheets, linked or imported. Then they are overridden by internal style sheets, and in the end you can override all of those with inline styles. Question number 5. What are the advantages of RESTful API? So pause the video and try to answer it yourself. So first of all, REST APIs are lightweight and fast. And second of all, because client and server are independent, we have those other two advantages. Developers can work on different areas of the project independently and try out multiple developer environments as needed. Second of all, REST API can be scaled quickly because of that. Question number 6. What is the difference between SQL and NoSQL? I think this is the most often asked question in this video. It's really popular. So pause the video and try to answer it yourself. Quick answer would be SQL databases are table based, while NoSQL databases are document, key value, graph, or white column stores. SQL databases are vertically scalable, while NoSQL databases are horizontally scalable. Question number 7. When would you use SQL and when NoSQL? This question can often come as a follow-up question to the previous one. I changed difficulty level because there is really many ways of answering this question. I will give you one of the good answers, but not the only one that is possible and correct. So stop the video and think how you would answer it yourself. So I would use SQL database if I need to ensure a CID compliance, if I will be working with complicated queries and reports, and if I have high transaction application. NoSQL, for difference, it's better if you are constantly adding new features, functions, and data types. If your data needs to scale up, out, and down, and if you are not concerned about data consistency and 100% of data integrity is not your top goal. Question number 8. What is object-oriented programming? This question comes usually in that form, or what is the difference between object-oriented programming and functional programming? So stop the video and come up with your own answer. So simple answer is, it is a computer programming model that organizes software design around data or objects, rather than functions and logic. Question number 9, what is a promise? Stop the video now and try to come up with your own answer, how you would answer that question. So the promise object represents the eventual completion or failure of an asynchronous operation and its resulting value. And it can come in 3 different states. First one is pending, as the initial state is neither fulfilled or rejected. Fulfilled, meaning that the operation was completed successfully, and rejected, meaning that the operation has failed. And the last question, question number 10, what is hoisting? If you look for older articles with coding interview questions, this question appears all the time. I personally was asked a single time only, and it's probably because of how we write syntax nowadays, using arrow function, and we are not using var keyword anymore. So anyway, stop the video and try to come up with your own answer. So hoisting basically is behavior in JavaScript of moving declarations to the top of the file. So that's it for top 10 most common technical questions for aspiring junior engineers. They tend to be harder for self-taught programmers like myself, because we rather focus on practice, sometimes not paying enough attention what's underneath technology that we are using. This is third video of the series. If it was any helpful for you, please let me know in the comment section below, or simply like the video. I could make another videos with most popular questions for React developer jobs or mid to senior developer levels. If you didn't check previous videos, you can find them in the description below. Thank you for watching, take care, and good luck on your job interview.